lowercase p.
Oh, well, we're ready. We're live.
Oh, hello.
Oh, got distracted.
Well, we're dealing with more pressing issues as
Yeah.
Young makes his way to mid first. He's going to be a little bit low, but he's faster than News. News is going to be sticking up his health pack. Oh, hello. News jumps in. Sorry. Oh, my mistake. It's Bubble that's playing. News is playing Soldier. Does get the first blood onto Yon. And it's going to be Eskimo on the left-hand side. It's going to be me face-to-face with Rising, who does get taken out. And it's going to be... Rising is incredibly low. And he doesn't actually get picked up by the look of things, unless my HUD's broken. Nope. Rising does unfortunately die. And there's going to be some aggression go through check. And there's going to be Deox who's going to plow forward. He gets the Demo Man as well. And there's going to be Scout left alive. Crayon dies. And it's going to be the first mid going the way of the bus crew.
I started off really well for Velocity, but then like Rising just got completely caught out, or just accidentally fell off the high ground and just got demolished by a Scout on the right hand side. It was a really nice cleanup from Deox at the end there, though.
It was looking good at first, yeah, with some of the Soldier aggression, but it just wasn't meant to be, I guess. But needless to say, Eskimo, imagine he's playing Pocket. He plays Pocket for or Electro. What's happened
Well,
here?
he used to, yeah, he got cut. But we've got an Uber coming into last.
Yep, so they're going to try and focus down the sentry. Eskimo does a good job of firing that down. The Uber comes through, and it's going to be the medic that drops first. So there's going to be some time played on the point. It's just going to be Yon and Martin left alive. That was a bit of a calamity, as everything all just goes terribly wrong. It looked like... I kind of feel like that Uber was way too soon.
Yeah, like they went through one, but I don't know if they just didn't expect to get kited or not, but the Uber just went, like, I think Honey did die, so it is going to be like even Ubers, but I don't know, the push just, I'll be honest, I didn't actually see much of the Uber. I watched Crayon maybe trying to get a hero shot on Sniper. He went Pyro, just denied people from dropping down. Maybe that's why they couldn't do a point play, because he was denying Yon from shooting stickies down.
Alba's going to be the first person to go. Sniper is going to be looking his way through choke. Oh, hello, Honey. Having a little peek. They're trying to go for a non-Uber push here, Velocity, which is kind of brave. Alba not being successful with any of these shots just yet. Is still missing quite a few. Really got it. He's doing his best Samsky impression at this point. And it's going to be looking like he's going to back out now. Yep, definitely missing more shots. But everybody in the choke for the bus crew is just going to get absolutely mulched as Ixie plows through with Crayon, with some good spam coming out from Spud to make it a lot easier for them.
Yeah, I was alive going behind in PC here. Honey did get picked up. What I'd rather seen here from does get the headshot on the Rising, but I feel the better play would have just been to maybe just hide and just stay back and see if we could maybe wait on, you know, Honey getting into middle.
I guess maybe the Ubers being even isn't necessarily a it's not maybe the priority as much as just sort of playing a sniper and just staying alive. Alba's just going to be sitting, having a little look-see down choke if there's going to be any domes is going his way. Spud just sort of poke his head out a bit.
And Poison just getting picked off by News at Sewer, just not watching properly there.
Oh, headshot onto Spud. So some decent shots coming out, but still, they're just slowing this game down maybe a bit too unnecessarily. Crayon's going to suicide, so he's definitely going to go Sniper or Spy.
Yeah, I was right about to say I'm surprised that like Velocity didn't just send Rising in when Poison died. Or just if News didn't just full commit from where he was when he killed Poison.
Yeah,
just to get that counter sack.
He's going to get a little bit more aggressive. There was a Soldier coming in to try and deny that space, but Alba looks like he's just... Oh no, he's going to walk his way over to PC now. Crayon hasn't gone an off class, so I don't know what he was doing. But regardless, anyway, there is a Soldier in. It's going to be Poison who tries to trade with Rising, but it does get the Uber off as well.
Yeah, the crit's not doing much for Martin at all there.
Oh, I completely missed that.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't think they got no one with the crits. He's now in a 6 kill streak. He's just been farming right now.
Yeah, and it's going to be kind of difficult. They're going to have a crits advantage. They do have a medic with them. Spawn's going to be up in one more second with Yon and Poison. Well, it's like they're just going to play the point, and that is it.
Just had a huge man advantage. So, like, I'll be honest, I didn't see much of the actual crits from Yon's perspective, but no one died, and then the Uber from Velocity just absolutely crushed the bus crew.
It's a bit unusual for a team to go crits this early. It's normally like a desperation, but maybe they felt confident. They wanted to dictate the tempo of the game. Yon not being successful in his rollout this time around. Spud's going to sticky off his health pack. As he's going to launch some more stickies over the choke of the bus crew. Yon's going to be a little bit more aggressive now, going to meet face to face with his opposite number. Is more successful with the damage, but he does get taken out by Rising. Albert is going to go aggressive as well. He's going to follow up on that damage that's done by Yon. Albert takes out Ixie as well. And it's just going to be Spud and Honey who are going to be the remaining players. There is some aggressive play coming out, trying to get onto his medic. And Honey with the Ubersaw.
Yeah, down to 50 HP there.
Thwarts that attack. So they're going to have, well, it's going to be an ad, but well, it looks like they want to go in this, but
yeah, they should be able to hold second with the full Uber.
Yeah, the bus crew are also not on second at all. They're all the way back on mid.
I'll be honest, that was a pretty awful mid from Velocity. They bombed both soldiers at different things, and like they just had no focus fire at all, and just got cleaned up like so quickly and so easily by the bus crew. And now it looks like maybe I want to take an Uber into PC. No, it's just Rising getting buffed.
They're going to be hanging around in choke though, just to you might see sort of something being opened up. Poison's going to jump in, trying to get onto Spud. Eskimo is the actual going to be the actual aggressive player in this situation. He's not actually going to get any damage on Honey. Spud got some stickies on the shutter door, which was able to take out Alba. I guess we're having some technical difficulties, which is why this is now a radio cast. So, oh, I get self-conscious when people see me speak there.
Yep.
Ubers have been exchanged in choke.
Yep. Rising has gone down.
And whilst this is going on,
Up.
Spud gets taken out by Deox. Crayon does go W and kills off Martin. Poison gets the frag onto Ixie, and John also finally gets the frag on Crayon that W'd into his medic. There's going to be a little bit more aggressive play, I imagine, from the bus crew as they kind of act revenge on the death of their medic. Honey's going to be sitting on about 43% Uber.
Yeah, they do have ad, but I don't know if they want to try and push out now that they've got Crayon and Ixie up.
Oh, Deox has gone spee. Or is he just checking?
Main classing. Oh, yep, yeah, he's deep. He's in on second on Spire. He's on the invis watch as well. He's not using the cloak and dagger.
He must know things that we don't. Well, he wants to go for the back cap, but he's been spotted by Rising. Yeah. Unless Rising... I don't think Rising knows. Right? Yeah. I don't think Rising noticed.
Oh god, no one's turned around.
Deox
on.
Oh,
he beefs the stab. Oh,
he just sort of gives the scout, the soldier, a tap on the shoulder as he walked past.
Yeah, I think he might have been able to just pass out the scout and actually get the soldier there, so he might not have turned around. Ixie on 1 HP, getting out into last, going sniper now. And again on the right hand side, hopefully it finally works, but most snipers that have been on that, yeah, he's switching to the left side. You've just got more angles you can actually peek from the left side. So he sees them come into lobby. He is fully charged.
Yeah, Ixie going to be on the left side. Looks like Eskimo is going to go aggressive on the right side as well, trying to bully out the sniper. He's successful in doing though. He is actually in a really good position try. But the point play is just going to come out from the bus crew, so the collapse comes onto it now. Eskimo is going to start playing on it as well, trying to keep it hot, keep the play in motion. Honey Badger's on 95% to Uber now. He's almost got it. 97. He's going to get it just in the nick of time. Deox though is going to start moving towards the point. Yon jumps in, takes out Ixie, so there is going to be just Spud and Honey left alive as Crayon actually just spawns just in time as well.
And Honey used the Uber on just Spud just to defend the point there, so it's actually a big advantage for Martin now. Rising's on Spy. He's left spawn. He's going in for a play. He has the cloak and dagger now, so he can get in and he can take his time when he wants to get in position for a pick. Now, I don't think anyone from the bus crew went Spy as well to actually check for the off class.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. So this could actually be a play that might actually bear fruits. Martin, though, he's going to have to start being a little bit quicker as the point is almost capped. And he's going to start chasing his way, making his way through. This could actually be pretty fat. Oh, but they all turn around instantly at one moment, and he is dead. The only saving grace that on Honey is on 88% Uber Poison. It's going to be slightly aggressive. There's going to be more point play coming out. Eskimo's got really good high ground advantage. Just staying on top of the lip of the point there, just to make sure they can protect his little scouts from any naughty men.
Not having the soldier on last is absolutely huge there. Like, it was really unlucky for Ryzen. I think Deox had just stayed behind in the point, and he was just going to push in through one or roll it and just saw him decloak and go into lobby, so that's why they actually all turned round just to shoot him in the nick of time.
Rollouts. Oh, hello, fast rollout. Oh, Yon does surf onto the nipple, so doesn't take any extra full damage. Rising going to take some of the high ground on top this time. They're going to, looks like it's going to be the point of focus. Eskimo, though, has jumped all the way into the choke of the bus crew, and this is actually a pretty nasty cleanup as it completely pincered them. Martin's going to be sitting on 48 HP, but he is in no danger. It's a complete wipe for the bus crew, only losing their Derriman and Scout.
Velocity they're just giving up all the height. Like Rising jumps on the right hand side and he just sits on the low ground in the red crate, and he's not really able to get much done from there. I think he got like the fast roll and bounced Yon away, but ultimately that's not really going to do much. They can just rotate on the right hand side, and then News, when he followed up, jumps the height, the top and of the crates, but he's got no scout support, so they can't really do anything. He just gets bullied down.
Yeah, it looks like the bus crew, they're all geared up, ready to go straight in. I imagine it might go through lobby left. Normally the favoured. Or are they going to go far right? There is a sniper, so Ixie is in spawn on the right side. The Uber goes through straight away on the left. The sentry gets made quick work. It goes down almost immediately. There is going to start being some point presence from the bus crew. However, the Pyro Man comes out. It's going to blast some of these stickies and projectors away. Yon doing a lot of fat damage, but it's not going to be followed up as both of the scouts have also fallen down as well. And it's just going to be maybe a cleanup. Yon's just going to start playing the point. This might actually be fat. Is he going to get it? It does! Oh my days. That was a fat play. If there was a top 10 plays of I-63, that would be one. Or two.
Well, lucky look, you know what you've got to do now. Deox staying in spawn, checking there. If Honey's running Uber or crits, does see he is running Uber charge to mid. Let's hope that Velocity can get something done in this mid.
It's very close, very back and forth though, so the mid's looking a little bit less convincing for Team Velocity as Rising. It's going to be on the right side again. High ground advantage is not being taken by either side. News does the pencil jump to try and get on top of the point, but it was so awful that it didn't go anywhere. And it's just going to be another convincing mid fight by the bus crew.
Yeah, again, Honey, Spud, and I think Ixie all on the low ground on the point, Rising at the enemy PC. They've just got no height control. They can't really do anything on middle without having the height. It's the most important part of most mid, really having the high ground.
It really does. I don't know. It's kind of feels like I'm watching one team that's never played this map before.
On the mids, at least, definitely.
Yeah. And so with the bus crew again, with the full ad, might see a repeat of the last.
Got Ixie sniping on the left here. He keeps rotating off. He has like an angle here.
Oh, they know Martin Uber straight through, so they're going to go in the right side almost immediately. Spud is going to get. Oh, he swaps hats literally at the last second. And it looks like they're going to try and collapse on the point. Again, the Soldier's good. Poison going to be playing on the point as well. Spud has respawned, and he is doing a lot of damage. It's going to be Alba, Poison, and Martin, the last ones in this. Poison does get picked out in lobby, and it's going to be Alba that is going to meet up with his medics, try and get out. Honey's going to be on 80%, so this could be a relatively swift push onto mid. Having said that, they did get two forwards with Eskimo and Yawn respawning in time.
Yeah, there's a huge Uber advantage for Velocity though. Like they're just going to go PC. Hopefully, what should happen is that Yon should not. They're just using straight through anyway. They just going straight on to choke. Velocity, they do pick up Alba. They get at least one frag. Rising does go down though.
Spud looks like he wants to carry on going into this. Martin 53 HP, so he is very low. This could possibly be a window for someone on Velocity to try and get onto him, but it looks like nobody is, and it's going to be this Poison who just goes in from the to the point, takes out Crayon. Ixie's there to pick up the frag in response. Eskimo's just going to go on the high ground again as Ixie makes his way behind into the PC of the bus crew. I imagine he's been spotted. If he has, he takes out a 1v1 versus Alba, but Deox respawns to get the frag onto him as well. And Honey Badger's going to leave through choke as they've just lost too many players. It's a bit of a bleed, I feel.
Yeah, it was really nice by actually being able to get anything there in the 1v2. So at least they bought a little bit of time that it took just Deox alone capping.
Oh.
Actually got Yon bombing through from lower PC. He's not really done much.
I kind of feel like maybe they expected everybody from the Team Velocity to be there. So they just Ubered through, maybe expecting him to be one, but nobody was there. So this is a bit of a beef, but anyway, News goes forward, creates a lot of space for his team. Both scouts on the side of the bus crew are incredibly low. Honey Badger does get Uber, so he's going to be possibly looking to gear up and take up a mid-fight. Maybe they're going to go through sewers. It does look like that's going to be the way to go in, with Crayon going to be leading this push on the right side. The jump from Poison is not successful. Eskimo tries to follow up on some damage, but there wasn't any done in the first place. And it's going to be
really
Ixie.
nice arrow there from Martin, actually keeping Eskimo alive. He was definitely dead. If he hadn't hit that, was really clutch. That's probably actually made their hold now in second like that much stronger.
Yeah,
especially as even over.
Ooh, where was that trap? I imagine it was
on choke.
it may be around the ammo kit and choke, but that was pretty fat. That's completely like taking the wind out of the sails of Team Velocity. And even though they have Uber, they might want to try and defend this just to use this Uber, burn it off, maybe try and make the bus crew take an unfortunate trade. Poison's going to jump in, gets taken out by News, and Ixie's going to be the one, sorry, Alba's going to be the one that goes forward. The Uber has been popped and exchanged, and it's a solo for both teams at the moment. Deox, though, maybe goes in a little bit too deep on choke, tries to take out the medic, but is unfortunate in doing so. Yon does take out Crane, was going aggressive, and it looks like this might possibly be a W from Team Velocity as Rising goes in deep, but it gets completely isolated and taken out. Alba with a 2K, doing a lot of work for his team. Is he able to get any more? Ixie, he's finally respawned and arrived with his medic and choke. He's probably going to try and help Honey get out of there.
So Deox had really messed up the Uber for the bus crew there, like by coming in and forcing the multi for Martin, but Rising just going in alone, isolated. I think Spud got isolated on the left. It just kind of, they got split up as they seem to always happen in mid-fights and end up losing. News overextending just the top lobby there, ends up getting picked off by Alba.
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Poison just getting himself a health pack, and it looks like with actually they don't have Uber at all. It's Honey Badger and Team Velocity that have a minor one, but it looks like the bus crew are going anyway. Just going to play the point. Alba's going to be sitting on it, taking a lot of heals. They do force the Uber. They are 99%. They do get the Uber in time, so it's going to be maybe a case of the collapse onto the point afterwards. It's almost capped. Alba going to be focusing the soldier that goes into lobby. Unfortunate on getting the frag on him. Does finally clean up. He's on a 4-kill streak. There is possibly a moment or two that I feel the bus crew can exploit here as Yon jumps in once again to try and get to the point. Alba needs to clean up these frags, and he's not able to do so. He does get caught out on the stairs, and Ixie gets the frag. Eskimo's going to try and get out of there with Honey Badger, with Martin. Eskimo goes on a point, does stop Ixie from capping it. He's going to be on 120 HP. He's going to get an arrow back up to full. This is a really good defense from the bus crew.
Yeah, they didn't even have Yon or Alba with them there, and they actually managed to hold second. I guess they just don't want to throw the round like they do. They are 1 round down already on Velocity. I guess with the 1 pick, they feel that the bus crew would have more than enough space.
Hey, I like the intention behind that push from the bus crew though.
Yeah.
To actually just sort of try and go in, play the point, made the Uber.
Yeah, Ixie now checking for off-class as well before going sniper himself. Let's see where he decides to peek from.
Oh, Spud gets a fragment to Alba. He's probably just suiciding to go sniper himself.
Yeah, Ixie's now peeking from the boiler and lobby. Someone might peek him. He can get a body shot.
Oh,
he actually had the perfect lineup for the headshot and missed it. News ends up going in, I guess, for a force and dice to Poison.
that's some land nerves, I think. You know.
Yeah.
You kind of overthink the shot, and you're kind of like, do I want to flick or do I just want to, you know, maybe
I'm not
go
sure why
for it.
News went in as well there, unless he just got, if he was overextending or something.
Maybe just try and go for a sack, you know? You kind of want to be able to push out at some point. As Alba's gone sniper, so it's going to be a snip versus snip. Alba looking into lobby. Ixie also looking to... Oh,
He's got a nice,
hello.
He's got a nice angle.
Hello. There go. Oh, Ixie gets him.
That was a nice shot.
Yeah. He had a good angle as well. He was very, very prepared for it.
Yeah.
Whereas I think Alba was just trying to sort of go around to trying to get any frag possible. And Spud, made like a good play there with News, actually baiting out someone to try and get onto him. The counter-attack tries to go in. The Uber has been forced, so really good job by Velocity. The only problem here, though, they are going to be 2 down going into this last. So this could actually be an easy force. They really don't want to have to use it here, but Honey kind of felt like he didn't need to Uber there, but there is another soldier. He was going round through Panic Room, but I feel like he had plenty of time. Spud is going to be leaving the charge out through rollout.
No soldiers yet. If they can stack this point, They might be able to deny poison and Eskimo. No.
It's not Eskimo though, but they had the same spawn.
Maybe Eskimo was going to try and switch class or something to Spy, and when you hold up the class change menu, it does delay your spawn.
Yeah, or maybe it had like a backpack, you know?
Yeah, true.
But it wasn't. It doesn't have one anyway. Valve fix it. Anyway.
That's bizarre. So yeah, we do have Uber advantage for the bus crew here. 20% ad. They are just walking in, not using it quite yet. I think they're just going to take this point for free.
Yeah, they're probably going to
Deox.
Take it for free. It looks like they're just kind of overstepping here because they look like they just want to try and just take second and go straight to last whilst it was being capped. Kind of bleed a player. It's nothing major, but they don't really get this to use this minor advantage that they have worked up with this. Spud's going to be in lobby, very aggressive.
Yeah, now News and Ryzen are spawning back up. They got Deox and then I think they got Yon down to like 30 HP. It was like almost a very good play, but in the end it was just a 1 for 2. Crayons and Spy. Now he's back to Scout. We've not got any off classes for Velocity right now. Surprised we've not got like a sniper. Or, oh, there we go. Xy's now on sniper.
Oh, Albert wants to pee. Frowny face.
And Deox is on sniper as well. So he's looking towards lobby. Rising's peeking him very aggressively there. Not sure what's going on. Deox is just kind of running around outside. Oh, he's going to peek in 1 gear. Doesn't know News is hiding in this corner though.
Oh.
He might get Xy before he gets. Nope.
Oh,
that was
nice
nice
close.
from News.
That was very close.
A second later, and Xy was definitely going to die.
Yeah.
Now we'll see if News wants to sack in.
Oh, Ixie is going to peek out through one. There is a medic on the side. However, the door is now going to be spammed out. Oh. Go on, open it. Ooh, that was close.
Yeah,
that was close. This is a problem. I kind of feel like everybody on Velocity are just banking on this sniper play to get them out of last, which is kind of... I don't know if Ixie's been hitting the shots this land, but it's kind of like an inconsistent thing to kind of base a play on. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of the safest ways though for them to get a pick. And then once they do that, they can then probably send in Rising or News.
They're both looking
Rising's
at the same door.
Spy. Yeah, and, oh, he's in. He's behind them.
Oh.
I did not notice that. He's decloaked. He's dead. He's like going for these decloaks and just hoping that no one hears or like turns around basically.
Right.
It might work against pubbers or other
Deox then has made his way quite deep. Oh, hello, Crayon's going to meet him. Beefs the meat shot. That was a bit of a sitter.
Yep, now Xy's got his charge lined up on the door.
Oh.
Oh, he gets the body shot. Xy gets the body shot onto Deox. But buff snipers do not die to that.
TF2.
Yeah. Welcome to people beefing shots. Xy's now hoping that if Martin goes down the stairs that he's standing on top of. Oh! Xy gets the headshot on Martin.
Oh my days. That was the play that they needed, and it might have wasted a large amount of time that they had in this game, but I guess they could say it was worth it. Albert also dying as well on the flank. Spud throws out an LOL as Albert had died to a very cheeky sticky trap, and it's going to be Velocity. They're going to be going. Oh, Poison though. He's on last. There is somebody on there though that can stop him from getting on it. Is Rising, and he's... Ooh, that was close. That was pretty close, but Rising had control of that anyway.
Yeah, we've still got Deox actually still on sniper, back on choke here. He might be able to get a hero pit shot of his own onto Honey here, coming through choke. No, he chooses to go for the soldier and backs out.
So, relatively slow, but Velocity are going to be taking control of the mid. However, there's still lots of work to do as they need to get their way onto the second and last as well. They currently trial 1 point. It's 2-1 for the bus crew with 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, but Honeybadge does use Uber going through choke. It looks like this might just be one of those Ubers where it's just going to give you some space and a point to go forward on. They do get a pick onto Albert. Martin's on 54%. This might be an opportunity, I feel, to go for a non-Uber push.
Deox switched onto scouts. I think he's just going to try and build this.
But they're opting to not do this. They're just opting to
Play it slow.
Park L bus as Eskimo is behind on mid. To me, that just means there's one less person on last to defend, but Velocity not opting to go for this. Eskimo does meet a 1v1 against Ixie, trades, and it's going to be the bus crew that are going to look like they're actually going to push out on this. They're going to go through lower lobby. They Uber straight through. Oh, shit! And Honey does a good job on actually dodging so much of that, but ultimately does die, but wastes so much of the Uber just to be focused onto him. Martin in lobby as well, catches a sticky as it looks like everybody from Team Velocity kind of wanted to go behind. There's going to be Ixie and Spud, the last ones remaining. Ixie is going to be hiding under lower lobby. Maybe also wanted trying to go behind, but he's also going to get back, just going to back out through lower PC.
That was nice by Ryzen getting onto Lashes to buy the team time to get their forward spawns. Like, I don't think News or Honey would have got it without him. Just buying that amount of time. Crayon on spy here. Is he left spawn? Yeah. Oh, he switched back. He's just checking all classes again.
Yeah, so the Uber advantage is still in the favour of the bus crew. Honey Badge is going to be on, it's about 40% advantage for them. There isn't anything funky from either teams, no crits, there's no off classes, it's just standard fun TF2.
Yeah, Alba getting the pick on the Rising.
Oh, hello. News jumps in, does get the force onto Martin. Honey Badger's going to be on 75%. Maybe they're a little bit too far forward. Honey Badger maybe he's made a mistake as he goes into the PC of the bus crew. He's now able to get himself out. He's going to start running away through choke. He's on 70 HP. Does pick up a small kit. 95% is approaching now for his Uber, and it looks like he's going to have all his boys up and ready to defend. Well, maybe even repush. They're going to have to repush. They do not have time within their favours. There's only 3 minutes remaining. They trial a point behind. They are starting to move their way through choke. It's going to be rising. Oh, Yon. Sticky's on top of the point. That's a classic. And it's absolutely I think this is the second time this has happened now where he's got a fat Sticky trap off, getting 2 frags. The Uber's been popped by Team Velocity as well. Sorry, Velocity Esports. As they try and make something of this, but there's there's one soldier on mid, one scout into their sewers. Velocity are just going to get pincered. Oh, Poison with such a beautiful rocket onto Ixie. Deox also goes down, takes out Honey, and Spudge craters also. And owie.
Yeah, Velocity have just kind of crumbled in the last few minutes. It's like they've had some nice holds, some decent pushes, but they just seem to always get isolated and picked off one by one. Yeah, it was really nice early by Honey though, when he was like juking them out, you know, to survive and get out and keep his Uber.
Yeah,
like,
that is.
That was really nice, but not enough big plays like that across the board.
There just doesn't seem to be. I don't know.
It just seems like there's not a lot of cohesion really on Velocity, even though they have played all season together.
Yeah, it's a lot of tunnel visioning again. But anyway, the Uber comes through from the bus crew. They're going to be dropping 3 in this, so it's a bit of a disaster as they try and push into last. And it's going to be repelled by Velocity Esports as they're going to recap spot. There is 1 minute 30 seconds, so this could actually be...
They're going to need to go fast.
A big boy blunder, as there's still a lot of time for them to actually turn us around and tie up the map.
They did deny the forward spawns for Deox, and I think it was Poison, so they weren't in the fight straight away. And it is a big Uber advantage for Honey now. He's on 90% and Martin's 50. Yeah,
they're going to try and walk in as much as they can, but Eskimo is buying so much time. He's distracted so many members of Team Velocity Esports as they're just going to... There's just so many moments in that choke where they're just backing in and out, and it looks like they want to try and commit to this, but Eskimo wins a 1v1 against Rising. He can still tease this back cap, and it's going to cause a lot of problems, but having said that, the cap is almost complete for the mid
Eskimo's on mid. He might be able to block. He has?
Yep, he's going to block it. He's going to buy his team some time once again, but he's not able to do so. Having said that, whilst that was going on, it looks like everybody on Team in Velocity on the second point. Albert cleaning up the news, and Deox taking out Honey Badger.
Alba maybe thrown there a bit by being on Sniper. Unable to protect Yon. They've got the cat, I'm pretty sure. Rising's in lobby. He's Poison to go last year.
This is sweaty. I have no idea what the bus crew were thinking, but they've got 15 seconds.
Yeah, and they're 2 down. They have no demo. What they need to do is run a scout in on the point where there's no stickies, bait all of
this is it. It's do or die. Ixie's going to go in for the far right. Craig's going to go in as well. Doesn't pick up Deox. It's going to look like there's going to be a collapse on the point. There's just 3 seconds remaining, and there's going to be some point play. But the numbers too strong for Velocity, and the bus crew are able to hold. So 2-1 series lead for the bus crew. Fat.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot of throws from well, both sides. Like Alba at the end there, that was, I don't know why he was a sniper. I think maybe just confident that they wouldn't be able to push through, but that was very close.
Yeah, that was that was very messy, that game.
Yeah, but like messy and just uncoordinated, really. Like I think the bus crew had a lot, even though they've got Eskimo in, they've got their sub in and they still won.
Yeah.
They've got a sub soldier and still look to be playing like together a lot better as an actual
Things
team.
are kind of like Eskimo's a very, very solid cooler. So
Yeah,
I kind of
he
feel
is.
like, well, he's also a very smart player. He seems to like make some really, really good decisions. That back cap scenario that he just had, where he was able to drag like the attention of a lot of Velocity like away from capping mid, like convincingly.
And bullying the scout off of the midpoint when
Yeah.
he's trying to cap.
So logs.
Spud farming 18 for 9, 320 DPM. But then Rising, not so much, going 13 and 22. Of course, he's playing Roamer and he has to. I don't feel like there was like many stalemates where he was suiciding. He was just kind of getting picked off really a lot on his own, especially on middles where he was fighting alone.
I feel like there was a couple on last, but I feel like most of the game was spent on transitioning, like teams pushing from like second to mid and vice versa.
Yeah.
There was a lot of those scenarios where teams were kind of like constantly in these weird fights when they were trying to go into mid for free and being forcing to Uber and then being Ubered back on and stuff like that. So it was pretty messy.
Yeah.
It was pretty slow at points as well with the sniper versus sniper joust, but
I'm just looking at the actual like medic stats as well just now. Like Honey got 10 Ubers to Martin's 13 and a crits. It's like I don't know what was going on there. Just like a lot less, like 2,000 less healing coming out.
well,
from
we
Honey
did
as well.
die 4 more times.
Yeah,
So maybe that's 4 less Ubers. You know?
that stands to reason.
And oh my god, we're being boxed in.
Oh, yep. The doors are closing.
Oh my goodness.
I feel there's something to be said about Honey dying as many times as Spud. That like if they were just together that much. Spud did get top heals for the team. He did get 30% heals.
Yeah, so did Yon as well. Both teams
Yeah,
played
also.
very demo-centric. But yeah, I just kind of felt like mids especially. I mean, if you look at mids, every single mid was won by the bus crew. It just seemed Velocity just...
Didn't really know what to do.
Yeah, they just go to mid and go, I don't know. I might jump onto the point. And then I saw News try that once. He attempted to jump on the point, but he didn't get enough thrust.
Yeah, and was it Velocity that picked this? When we were looking at the map bands, it kept switching around,
Yeah.
like which team was which. I'm not actually sure who picked this.
I want
I'll
to
go
say...
with the bus crew. I feel like it'd be their pick.
Yeah, I feel like it is their pick because
Yeah.
they
Loud noises behind us. Yeah, it feels like it would be. I don't know why, but in my head it just seems like their sort of map.
I believe that bang was the sound of a Fortnite player getting crushed in between the doors, to be honest. They were trying to slide their way in. It's really hard to try and keep them out of the BYOC area. You know,
I
they
would not know.
like run around flossing everything and then... Yeah. But I guess what's the next map? It's... You meant to know.
Yeah, no, I'm really trying here to remember, and I actually have no idea. I can remember they banned Granary.
I've got a feeling it's Sunshine.
Yep, I think it. Oh, there, and now it says right after.
All right, so Velocity did pick Process. Ooh, dear, losing your map pick.
Yeah,
That
that's
is not good.
Great.
Yeah, that is not good at all. So, yeah.
And let's see what we. Yeah, we talked about that Martin got a lot more Ubers. It says unknown. That's just a bug with him using like a skin on his medigun. But it is.
It's
it
not.
was
He is
stock Ubers.
using an unknown weapon. And maybe it was the quick fix.
Like the game would it would probably just been 0-0 if it was a quick.
Or
fix.
the vaccinator.
Oh no, bring back the vaccinator.
No, we don't want to bring that back. That was
Nerf it a bit and bring it back.
No, that was.
I'd like to see that. And the quick fix. Nerfed a little bit.
I hated that gun. It's so anti TF2, anti video games.
Yeah, to be fair, it did mean that like if you die on middle, it doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah,
you can hold
and it's
blast
like
with the bubbles
you know, when you're shooting someone
for 3 damage when
yeah,
you're point blank.
to me it's I feel like it's just absolute hot garbage, and I'm glad that's gone.
Yeah, there was also the point where I think if you were sniping against someone who had the vaccinator on them, you were better doing a body shot than a headshot. It'd still somehow do more
Yeah,
damage.
it's that's what I mean. It's anti TF2.
Yeah. Sunshine coming up next, though, I feel again I could kind of see them doing Velocity. That is, seen them doing okay on it. Like Spud, I think is pretty good on Sunshine. News as well. Just I think likes the map. I'm not sure because like they obviously must be okay with it to some degree because they didn't put it as like their first ban.
Yeah.
So they must be more comfortable in that than they are on
So if we look at the brackets, just I don't know if people can't see it on stream, but I'm gonna. Oh, spicy! Can we get lower? Wow, look at that. So if obviously the winner of this would either play Aura Electro, who did very well against Froyotech. However, there is also a little bit of you know, did they really do well, or did Froyotech kind of throw?
Yeah.
So they played on Gully Wash, and Cookie Jake and Banny swapped classes, and they took them to a golden golden, and then on the golden cap, Banny and Cookie Jake swapped back.
Oh, okay.
So you know, I don't know, but Aura Electro is still performing very well.
Yeah, it's like they are still against like Habib, Yomps, Arica, the rest of the main classing.
And they did 2-1 Swift as well,
Yeah.
I believe the game that's going on in what's the word when it's going on at the same time, but it's a fancy word for it.
I'm gonna use
conjunction. I was gonna go conjunction.
I thought you were mostly there.
I was scared.
You said
the thing is though, I don't actually know what the big words mean. I just try and repeat them in the context that I originally heard them in. So I actually have no idea what most of the words are. Like pterodactyl. I don't know what that is. It could be a vessel for water.
Could be a plane.
Could be an animal. Who knows? But I'm going to quickly do something.
I am having a look at the Aura Electro logs for them versus Froyotech just to see how it went.
All right, so
Cookie
Swift
Jake went 7 and 15 on
Swift
Sky.
versus timed out. Snake Water's gone 2-0. The timer on here says the map was on for 68 minutes and 11 seconds.
That seems about right.
Yeah, the first round on this game was 56 minutes long. That's a long game.
That's
to be playing
one
TF2.
round.
And shows up on here that Maros had 54 damage per minute, and that was the most.
Yeah.
Actually, no wait, there's no DPM. That's just. Actually, no wait, it's damage a minute. It did 54 damage a minute. So possibly one of the slowest games that we'll ever see of all time. There is obviously 7 versus Froyotech, which is going to be the big game, which will be on after this, I believe. When we are all done and dusted. But yeah, in terms of the lower bracket, just because it's going to be a little bit spookier, we might see a repeat of Swift versus Faint Gaming, which should be interesting. And it's going to be Faint Gaming versus Aura Electro, or Swift versus Aura Electro again. And then I'm just saying what's going to happen. And then Aura Electro are going to beat Froyotech after getting knocked down in the lower bracket. And then Aura Electro are going to win LAN.
That would be an upset, for
No,
sure.
it wouldn't be an upset. It would be as expected.
Would it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's in Aura Electro again?
Scruff, Nevo, Eames, Demos, Azunas,
Gink.
and Gink.
Yeah. I'm calling it. I guessed 3 maps that a team was going to play, and now I feel like I am the Oracle.
And you feel you can predict who's going to win?
If I can predict the series of maps that will be played out in the series, I can predict who's going to win.
Right, let's see what's going on here.
So there
Insomnia63
is...
are just sitting in spec on the server. Oh, they're going... Okay, some people have gone for a toilet break.
That's upsetting because I could really do with a toilet break as well, but it's all right. I've got my adult diaper ready.
Yep. He does. I can see it. It's poking out from his jeans.
I tucked my top into it.
Yeah. As soon as he sat down.
There's also
you know, it
like
looks
a...
normal in stream, but
There's also a
not.
rustle, like I'm sort of like filling with a plastic bag whenever I move. It's just a plastic bag. It's a Tesco's one. So yeah, we're just still waiting for all the gamers to come onto the server. Meanwhile, have you been to the exhibition?
Yes, it was quite good.
Is it?
Yeah, there was what I saw some. I think they were called drinking horns, where they just got like, I don't know if it was from dead cows, but they just had like the horns from them, hauled them out, cleaned them, and they were just selling them, and you could drink out of them as a replacement for cups.
Can you imagine how spiteful that is for like a cow? It would be a bull, wouldn't it?
You know, like you've grown this your entire life, and now it's going to be
it's
used.
just being used as a vessel of fluids.
Yeah.
For someone to get pissed on or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just.
Then I was talking to the woman. She said, you know, maybe from people who play like medieval games, like The Witcher, that would be really into that sort of thing. and I was like, okay.
We've got a product that we need to cater to
I'd like-
gamers.
yeah.
There is a game that was set in medieval times. These guys will lap it up. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I took a leaflet from them.
VikingDrinkingHorns.com.
It's
Eat,
a free plug.
drink, rock out, relax.
To actually say that, I didn't look at it.
You know what? On the rock out part, they should have had the Viking flossing. That would really hit home with a gamer like myself.
Yeah.
Or any other Fortnite dance.
I'll be honest, I didn't really know what you were talking about.
Your
Oh, we've got
festival
6 on.
checklist.
We do have all 12 on the server now.
Is this a voucher or is it just a piece of paper?
There's
a checklist on it.
Yeah, it just says tick here. I guess as I do each thing. It says Ye Festival checklist, so for eat, drink, rock out and relax, I just need to do each thing.
So when you relax, you just, yep, I've done that this weekend.
Yeah, can do that, you know, when I go to bed. Relax. The guy does it. I don't know if I can hold it up. He does have, the Viking does have a guitar on his back. So he is ready to rock out.
But again, they do
out.
not have, it needs to have like an Xbox controller or something.
Yeah, or if there's a Guitar Hero controller, that's like the best of both.
I think we started.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
to
moving
talking.
swiftly from Viking Drinking Horns
to
Team Fortress 2. Maybe they'll sponsor us next year.
Possibly.
Well, maybe they'll just sponsor me now. I could do with a vessel that I can just take to work. Anyway, both Dairmans are going to be slowly making their way to mid, as it seems to be. This is the awkward part in Sunshine where both teams square each other up. Poison's going to be jumping in first, though. Seems to be like it was a bit of a bait. And it's going to be a very successful one, actually. Just creates loads of space for his team. Duox and Alba are going to go plowing through the point. Crayon is going to be the last one alive with Honey Badger. Crayon does move forward to try and distract the enemy gamers from it. Oh, Honey with a beautiful, beautiful surf just rides those bullets. Oh, that was unfortunate. Eskimo with a well-placed rocket finally gets a frag with it, but man, he looked like he just had a jetpack on for a moment.
Yeah, that was incredibly close. Now, the bad thing about that is if he died on middle, he'd be spawning right now with Crayon, really. But now we've got another 5 seconds to wait for him to spawn. So it's going to be an even bigger disadvantage.
I mean, most medics would have killed themselves, but I heard that Honey Badger is a Jehovah's Witness, so it's forbidden.
I believe it's forbidden for everyone to do it by law. Anyway, Ixie has a sentry gun.
Yep, sentry gun has been promptly removed as the Pyro comes out from Crayon as well with a Reflect, doing a lot of damage, trying to move all this stuff at the point. The stickies come through from Spud. He's going to pick up Yon, and it's going to be a successful hold from Velocity Esports. Martin and Deox are going to be the last ones alive. Deox, he has met up with his medic this time, so he's not going to go for any solo plays this time around, as Spud's going to be sitting on the point trying to recap it with a successful push out for Velocity.
Yeah,
Esports.
Diox did manage to pick off Honey though, and all that, so they do have a like 20% advantage.
And
here.
it looks like the bus crew, with that minor advantage, are going to retake this as much as possible. Honey Badger, though, alone in lobby, finally gets the scout to meet up with him. This might have been a bit of a mistake as they have given up so much space to the bus crew, as they're going to retake second almost as quickly as it was taken from them.
Creon's up on last as Pyro, and he's running the same loadout as last time. He's got the degreaser and the flare gun, so he's got the more expensive air blasts and less DPS.
I don't understand this. This is an amateur loadout.
It's a pub loadout.
Yeah.
Scorch shot, ideally, or maybe the detonator as a secondary, and he's got to be using that stock.
I can't believe he's using that flare gun. It's awful. Anyway, regardless, Yon's going to go in with the Uber on the right side. There's lots of players bunched up on Velocity Esports. Ixie still going sniper. Diox is going to get the frag onto Spud as well. So there's going to be no demo, no hope maybe for Velocity Esports. But Honey gets the Uber. Crayon getting the frag.
3 with the degreaser.
Oh, but never mind. Albert's going to be going onto the point with Martin as well. There's going to be a soldier with poison coming in as well. He's going to be jumping on top of the points here on to get some damage onto him. The reflects coming out from Crayon is doing a lot of work. Buys on top of the team. The flare gun, the critical hit on that is going to take out Alba. And Poison, oh, another flare gun with the tampon launcher. My goodness, he's proved us wrong.
Yep. I'll be honest, I've started to run that actual loadout myself sometimes on last, and I've never managed to do that.
That is heresy.
Oh, we've got a soldier on last as well. Got Eskimo and Rising in an awkward 1v1 on last.
Yeah, that is, the boys were called.
Yeah, he goes down.
Oh, Eskimo actually gets, is able to get the frag. Is actually forced to bring back 2 of the scouts as well. So the bus crew looking like they're going to use that space that was made for them. It's going to be making their way into seconds. Yon's going to take out Crayon almost immediately. His Diox looks like he wants to go into basement to try and maybe follow on those frags, but it's unfortunate with Spud doubling up with Ixie there. Uber's been popped by Martin as well. News, pencil jump, does rocket jump off the lighthouse to try and get himself away. Doesn't want to be in the frag, but it is probably a good move. Ixie on the left side does get bullied out as well. So all this ground has been taken out by the bus crew. They are going to retake second once again.
Esco would just either not use these headphones or just oblivious to the fact that News was right behind him for like most of his rollout there. News on choke on Martin. He gets the frag onto Martin as Ixie picks up Alba as well.
Oh dear. Awareness is maybe not a factor here.
News does finally go down, but after like dragging people around on choke in mid for a while. Escobar's just hiding in a corner next to the blue forward spawn on middle. Gonna see if he's able to get anything done from here.
Do you think people on the stage behind us could turn up their stuff a bit louder?
They possibly could.
The problem is that I can actually hear myself, and I prefer to be drowned out completely if possible.
Yeah.
Anyway, Albert is going to be sniping in Cafe.
They have all just walked right past Esco. He's just in. He beefs his rocket.
Oh! Oh, unlucky on getting that last rocket off onto Honey Badger. Honey Badger still holding it though. Probably knows the timings anyway.
That was incredibly lucky for Esco as well there. Like Ixie just ran right past him, didn't check the corner. Crayon didn't check it fully. And just unlucky he beefed that first rocket, or it was probably a sure force. Yeah.
So the bus crew are going to be parking themselves onto their own last after being onto Velocity's last for the last 6 minutes or so.
We have a questionable sentry gun from Diox here on the top left. It's really, really easy to spam this out.
Yeah, I prefer having it like just below it on the floor.
Yeah, it's just out the way a bit. It forces them to actually commit a bit further in.
Yeah, it's a pretty OP spot, but the sentry doing work anyway. Rising
just goes in, doesn't look for any info, just goes straight. And Eskimo dies actually to Crayon. I'm guessing that was probably in lobby. Actually, Honey got forced. Eskimo must have got the force off when he was in.
Yeah, I actually didn't see any flashes though, so maybe he just Ubered himself and decided to not share it with his friends.
Alba's, they have full advantage, one man down, but Alba's in. Do they know about the force? I feel they must do.
Yeah, they must do. I think they're just sort of taking their time, and this Poison's going to be on balcony. The problem with pushing out Sunshine last is that there's so many different angles for someone to go behind. It kind of makes it very, very difficult and risky to even push out. Unless you get like lots of picks, and it looks like they're a bit wise to this fact as well, and they're opting to not really sort of go out on this.
They've maybe been holding close top left or something with just tanking on Poison. Just look for an exchange. Alba picks off Ixie from right lobby into the left-hand side. He wants to peek the shutter, but there's definitely sticks from Spud there.
I imagine we might see Ixie spawn as sniper himself to counter this.
Either that or they might run a spy instead.
He could do. The door opened for a moment, and the medic was there on a platter.
Xy's just standing in forward spawn. Yeah, he's going sniper. So let's see if he can get another nice pick as he did last time on process. He's running towards choke, looking behind him as if he thinks there might be someone hidden flanking.
Maybe there is someone behind him in real life.
Yeah. He's also completely stock on sniper, no cosmetics, no strangers or anything, so Alba's on spy right now trying to check it and won't really be 100% sure until they actually see or hear the sniper.
Oh, the sentry's going to be... oh, that's a dispenser down, even better. As Spud actually gets taken out during that moment of spam, trying to take out the sentry. Probably it's kind of a bit of a risky area to really try and spam a sentry from, but pays with his life. There's shutter doors being opened as I watch Ixie trying to get a dome on some nerds.
Yeah, I think they must know for sure now, just from the Ixie's fired a shot or two, that he is on sniper. He's not done a. He's also, you know, like they could probably have seen the sniper dot at some point by now. If he just hard scopes and goes around this corner, maybe
Albert
Albert
does get picked up as well, so there's going to be a two-player advantage for just one more second. Poison's respawned.
Yeah, I'd like to see Spud stop peeking this so that the bus crew stops spamming there, and then just if he hard peeks it with sniper.
Oh, never mind. Eskimo
okay,
shows his head on the left side, so this is going to open up a lot of room. Poison's going to be filling up that space as well.
The Uber comes in the top right now. Spud just trying to get the sentry. Isn't able to get it at all. Yep. Just completely denied. And
no
the
force. Oh no, the force is the Uber out coming from the bus crew. Ixie's going to be by Cafe. The Uber maybe a little bit too aggressive as the scout's trying to like move a little bit too more forward than he should be. Ixie's going to go for the left side, trying to get onto Cafe, trying to take a shot onto Martin. Isn't able to connect. There's going to be a lot of the bus crew just sitting on main door. They're still missing two players. One of them is just respawned, but isn't going to be in the battle just yet. However, with the bus crew not getting Spire. Oh, a headshot onto Yon, so he's going to be incredibly low. Does get cleaned up as well, but Albert is going to be going forward, trying to make some space for his team. As he's going to take a 1v1. He's going to win it. There is going to be heals on. It's going to be Crane that's going to be moving out of that. He's incredibly low. Albert's still in, though. Still buying time, creating lots of space for his team as they make their way back to last.
Big Uber ad for velocity here. They've got a 25% ad. Yeah. They might just try and go in, click top right, scout demo, and see if they can pick the medic.
Looks like they're wise to do Uber very, very early. Martin looks like he'll get caught out. Does get taken out. So Spud with a 2k on Martin and Poison. There's going to be play on the point from Crayon, and the soldier's going to try and collapse onto this. Is Spud going to be able to take him out as well? Is it going to be a response from the bus crew? But it's just Eskimo and Albert. Albert's just the last one alive. And he has no chance. It's going to be 1-0 going the way of Velocity Esports as there is a Yeti.
That was very well played from Spud. Just like, I think, just putting a sticky down and just jumping in, getting behind, getting Martin, and I think it was someone else, Poison, when he just goes in.
So yeah, it's...
yeah, it was. Now we've got another mid here, both medics still running Uber charge, no...
Yeah, this is a bit of an awkward mid-fight for, I feel, for DMN. It's kind of hard to really sort of make your mark in this as much as the other maps because it's so open. And it's going to be Poison that is going to be jumping all the way into the flowers of Velocity Esports. Looks like he's going to go all the way around through choke. He's now going to start going in, and it's going to be Honey that's going to be the one that's facing him. Spud just pop him up in the air, but Spud with a crispy pipe onto Alba as well is going to take him out. And Spud still doing lots of damage. Ixie following up as well, but it's going to be 2v2.
Spud can get one real nice sticky here. He can
always going in. Oh,
just held S in the air. I think just wanted to bully them out. Just make sure that they could at least get some cap time here.
Hello, Eskimo wants to go in, trying to get some damage onto Spud. Is successful in doing so. Knocks him down to 100 HP. Looks like it might have a 1v1, but no. The bus crew decides to not go back in. Eskimo once more, though. He's going to try and take a fight all by himself. There is a soldier rising that's trying to shoot rockets up to him, but is missing everything. Both soldiers from the bus crew now lower than half HP and both having to leave as well.
Yeah, Eskimo did really well to get out there alive. I'm not sure why. I think News was low HP, but I'm not sure why Rising didn't at least try and bomb up top to try and contest him and like actually secure the kill.
He is sitting on 4 points.
That's not great.
That's not good at all.
Yeah.
So maybe, you know,
We'll just say it's a slow start. By the end he's going to have at least 5 points. I'm
exactly.
sure.
There is 17 minutes of this game for him to. There we go, one already. He got the 5 points, so didn't need 17 minutes. He just needed a few seconds, and now he's making his way slowly up the scoreboard. Alba does take out News, and Spud takes out his opposite number, Yon. So they are going to have the dare amount of advantages. It looks like they want to push through Flowers. This is kind of tricky though, and it looks like it is going to be as Eskimo goes in to create distraction. Poison's going to be following up as well. We're going to take out Ixie. This is an amazing aggression that Honey Badger has dropped everyone. It's had to Uber himself. This is a pure definition of a solo Uber, as News has finally respawned to match up and meet with his medic. And that was a bit of a calamity.
Yeah, some people may know that as a Green Rab special. Shout out to Green Rab. I hope he's here. I feel like
if he is, he's crying now.
Yep. We do have the bus crew coming, all of them in from Valley here. They're just hailing through that one door.
Yeah,
they're just bullying the juggling Spud so well. He went.
Martin drops. Oh my goodness, that was such a good pipe from Spud. He was just spamming everybody from outside. Into the exit of Flowers, and Martin just kind of like jumped straight into it. It's not all over though, because they do manage to actually claim the second point. Velocity do have an Uber out there. Just wait 2 more seconds for the remaining soldier and scout for the team, so they can start maybe go for a push out.
Low in lobby. He was 45 HP. News catches 2 pipes. That was nice from Yon. He was 100%
still so low though. He's 50 HP. He's now being meeting up with Martin. He's got crit heals as well, as Spud takes out Deox, trying to go to last. Eskimo's going to go for it. He's going to try and get onto the point. There isn't going to be a block, I don't think, unless anybody's going to be able to get there in time. They might actually be able to do it, but it's going to be a 1v1. Rising loses it! Oh, my goodness. That was so well from the bus crew. I didn't even think they'd be able to get to the block in time.
Yeah.
But they throw everybody on it, and Rising having a bit of a slow start.
And I was not, I'll be honest, not watching that. I watched Alba pick up Honey, so even if Rising had won the 1v1, there were going to be at least a medic down there.
Yeah,
it looked like it would have been the round for the bus crew either way.
I mean, Eskimo wasn't even full, I'm not quite sure what HP Rising has, but you've got to win those. Rising jumps forward on the top right this time around. It's going to be a scout that he just lets through, go underneath him. Poison does pick up Spud. Deox picks up News, and it's going to be what looks like going to be a very convincing mid from the bus crew. Ixie tries to do something, but that is... it's not looking good.
Rising going to try and hide in near Cafe, see if he can get a horse here. That's just been checked instantly. Does get Alba, it's at least something.
He gets a frag, but it's not slowing down the bus crew.
Yeah, Crayon's on injury as well on last year, setting up this entry on the low ground.
I mean, the bus crew just need to rename the team to Speed. It's a bus that has no brakes. Get it?
Yep. It's 1-1 though, so I feel they do have some amount.
It's hovering at 50.
Yeah. Oh, Rising's doubled. He's at 10 points now as well.
Ooh.
Double-digit club. And we do have a Uber coming in from lower. Alba just running straight in here.
Yep. The sentry. He made quick work with, and Poison has a very good position behind the point, making sure he keeps the high ground. It's going to help anyone in his team that's going to go for it. And they are going to play the point. It's going to be Deox and Poison trying to play onto it. It's going to be Honey Badger turns his back onto Deox. Deox gets the frag. It's just going to be Spud left alive versus 3, and he doesn't do it.
That would probably been the play of the tournament if Spud had managed to clutch that out there.
Yeah, if he was able to. He had to get 1 pipe onto the scout and then 3 pipes onto the downman.
Yeah, that could have done it. And let's see, we're checking Ubers again. Still all stock Ubers coming out here. No funny business yet. I'm just gonna watch Rising from his Pulveris mid and see what actually happens.
Oh, now he's just gonna start picking it apart.
Yeah.
But this time, both Doom and Man are going to be congregating around their huts, and it's going to be Eskimo on the right side doing a lot of damage. Nice and early. Deox. Oh dear, this is... There's literally no ground taken by Velocity at all.
Yep. Like, I did as I said. I watched Rising's Bob. He went like behind. He was shooting at Alba, I think it was. He got one nice rocket on him, got a lot of damage. Then Rising went into Flower, and just as he went in there, his entire team died. Basically,
Yeah.
he came out and he was the last person there.
It just seems like they have no control of any section of the mid, whereas the bus crew seem to be just focusing one side, taking the high ground around it, waiting for Poison to like create a play or Eskimo to do so.
Yeah,
And then they just follow up on it.
Yeah, and like it looks like Velocity are trying to do that, but they aren't really doing it quite as well. Don't know if it's just that they're missing rockets or if they're not like coordinating the team together as much.
Yeah. The saving grace, never mind, it was going to be a saving grace, but Yon on the right side, he does have the solo wave with a heavy, incredibly low, 64 HP, probably wait for an arrow, but Yon does finish the frag as well. It's going to be a 3v3. So this is actually not the best pushes I've ever seen, but Alba presses the W button, does take out Rising, and Yon's going to go in as well. I feel like he might want to try and go for this, but no. He's going to be a bit disciplined. Martin hightailed it out of there as soon as Yon started walking forward.
Yeah, this is a fat Uber ad now as well for Honey. He's got a 70% ad here. He and Spud just walking out of Shutter Door here. But it's only really the three of them. Yeah, they've got a scout now. There's not many of them.
Oh,
Honey gets
Yon! That was...
He got Crayon as well and the Force.
That was a big phallus play. He did not give any hex as he just jumped straight in through the shutter. And whilst that's going on, Eskimo on last as well is going to clean up Honey Badger. Was the only one left alive that could defend him, and it's going to be 3-1 for the bus crew. This is looking very, very convincing.
Yep. Like Velocity just don't, as you said, like you said, they've not got control of much on mid. I don't really think they've got control of the map anywhere at all. Really, they just seem to be losing fights everywhere.
Well, I guess this is maybe the reason why Velocity were in the open bracket, but
yeah.
We'll see again as we go into mid number 5. It's going to be Spud. He's going to be hanging around outside his team's Flowers. Yon's going to wait for an arrow. Both soldiers in unison on the left side start jumping over. Poison is unfortunate on his aggression this time around. However, Eskimo is still hanging around on the left side, probably going to make his way into the enemy team's cafe, as everybody else on the remaining side of his team is going to try and back out through Flowers. Deox wanted to go for a play for his Tetris, but it's unfortunate not being able to do so. Eskimo behind, though, is normally a bit lethal.
Yeah, News has been very deep as well. He's in the lobby right now. He's been there since, well, mid really. He went behind straight away.
Yeah, Eskimo's like way away right now.
Yeah, so they're essentially, oh well, no, he's catching up. He's just coming into the lobby now, actually, on the flank. Uber has been popped out from Martin, though.
Eskimo on the back lines is still creating a lot of trouble. He's going to go back in through Flowers. They want to try and get a force onto Honey Badger, and he does. Honey Badger just uses it straight away, which is a bit of a bitch pop because there wasn't really enough pressure on him, but maybe he was a bit worried from 2 rockets coming from the soldiers, so they both jumped at the same time.
Yeah.
Yon's going to throw some spam out onto them onto the second, and it's going to be Eskimo that wants to try and go in and collapse onto them, and it's going to be Crayon, it looks like, to try and take out Yong on this. But unfortunately gets picked up by Alba. Alba on the 4K as well. Ixie on last.
Getting gunned down by Deox, leaving them on 34 HP. That was incredibly close. Deox was literally turning to run back the last as heavy as Ixie appeared up those stairs. If he'd come like half a second later, he might have actually won that.
Deox was also just then hanging around on last when there was nobody alive on Velocity, just in case one of them was to reanimate themselves on last.
You know, what if Ixie was actually a dead Ringer spy?
That's oh my god.
Yep, yep. That's, you know, Deox has got the mind of a spy main. He thinks of these things.
When no one else will.
Cafe. Yeah. Oh, Martin gets forced by Rising. I did double air shot as well.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It still counts though. It still counts as an air shot. Spike gets taken out in Cafe by Poison. But even though whilst this has happened, this is actually pretty poor by Velocity as they have leaked a large amount of players. They have no heavies, just 2 scouts and a medic, and they're all moving their way back to last as the bus crew are most certainly going to be able to take second for free as well.
Yeah, and Alba's on a 6 kill streak right now. Feels like he's been fragging so far this life. See if we get any off classes. No. We do have again an Uber ad for Honey here. For 40% ad. Martin looking to, yeah, Martin's building it with Alba back at Cafe. But Velocity are running in actually. on the try to fight from the low ground though against Soldier is not a great thing to do.
Deox, though, he's actually making his way back to last. He's going to maybe take a 1v1 versus Rising, but moves back into lobby. Oh my god, he gets the absolute run around of the Spud. Deox doing a lot of work. Honey still has Uber on this second. Martin is on 95%. He's able to get it in time. There's going to be a lot of damage coming from News. Martin does get it just in the nick of time, and it's going to be Heavy's there to support him. Icty's going to make his way behind and go onto mids. This is going to be a little bit of a delicate situation for the bus crews. They've got so many players behind and around them. But they get out, they're fine. Honey Badger.
Yeah, he was really far in on his own there. Not leaving ahead of his team. Just arrowing up Spud here, wait for Ixie to respawn. Alba respawned as well there. I'm surprised he didn't go for an off class considering it is pretty much even Ubers here. Might just end up sending Eskimo and Poisoning on just to jump in and get a force in a few seconds. I think that would be the play. Maybe if they bomb one soldier round as a fake and then the other fully commits. That's probably the easiest way to get a force. Or no, it looked like Velocity were actually trying to walk towards choke there for a second and just go aggro on their 5% Uber advantage.
I mean, it's what they need to do. There's 7 minutes remaining. They need to win this map because if they do not, they are out. They are completely removed from this I series.
Yeah, they've got 2 rounds to get. They've got 3 minutes a round to at least draw up. It's definitely possible, but I don't know how likely it is to actually happen.
I mean, this is the moment where somebody on your team needs to come up with something, and it just seems like they are content with just running down their own clock and making it harder for them. So I'm not quite sure what their plan is. I mean,
yeah, Deox is actually just like kind of spy checking right now. He's just like every now and then just doing a 360 just on top of the Tetris here. So maybe it looks like the bus crew might have wanted to park the bus just for a while here because they are 2 rounds up. They might want to just run the clock down and see if they can get into trash time as quickly as possible.
Hello, News goes in. Sorry, it's Ryzen that goes in. Is able to get the rocket off, but unfortunately isn't able to connect. Martin survives on 54 HP.
That was nicely held by Martin.
And
well done by Ryzen, actually. Imagine to get that deep and actually still be able to get the rocket off onto Martin.
News is hiding in Cafe, and I'm pretty sure Scouts saw him go into that corner, but
they probably expect him to rotate back. Let me check in third person. Does his gun like poke out at all?
no, it doesn't.
Nah, it doesn't. Not until you're like up the stairs, like right next to Cafe.
But again, now it's the clock's gone. Do Velocity know that they're losing?
Possibly. I'm looking at News as Soldier in third person. He doesn't look happy at all. So
he's looking at the wall for some reason as well. So I don't know what.
He hears noises through the.
Is he running additional software?
Could be.
Is it Ventrilo.exe once again?
Oh,
hello.
News get. Oh, what was that first rocket?
Oh no! Oh. And it was on stream as well. If I was him, I would quit.
Just run home.
Out of shame. I would just turn off my computer and just leave right now.
Surprised that like they haven't sent Rising in again. Like he is getting a buff now. He might. That's only 250. He might not go in.
I do not like this. Look, Martin even throws out the question mark. And
yeah,
Rising
just,
follows with the ...
Like I really don't know what they're doing. They're on the back foot. They should like normal. They should just do anything really, just suicide or something.
Oh, hello, Spud goes in, and he gets bucked out the sky.
Yeah, you can tell Spud's just getting impatient there.
I don't blame him.
They've
literally been in this situation for almost 3 minutes now, and
they sacked Rising once.
Yeah, they've had 2 sacks.
That's like what 20 seconds out of 3 minutes.
And the bus crew are gonna be making. Well, they're gonna be the ones that make the first move. Could this be the big brain of News, or is this just going to be a case where he's just got a tumor instead of actually a large brain? But anyway, News in choke is actually going to get a frag onto Yon, so that's going to be a gamer down. The Uber has been popped by Martin, but everyone was just caught in and around each other over and over again.
Here, it looks like he's just going to wait. Hopefully, just see like a times like 2 on cap. Yeah, he's just coming in the bot. Kills Martin. To get the rocket and not be Alba 10 HP. I guess the soldier was still
But
there to follow.
on last already, it's going to be Eskimo. He's not going to have enough time to cap it. It does get cleaned up by Crane, and it looks like Poison's going to go in as well. Just try and get some damage onto Honey Badger. Deox also suicides in as well.
Yeah, Alba choosing to run out of lobby instead of hiding somewhere in the barrels on the left-hand side. It does go down at choke.
Yeah, this is
That's
a bit of a
really
bleed.
late death as well.
Yeah.
It's a pretty short respawn time though. Unless you get the cap here, it might extend it to
so
12 seconds.
It's a bit of a bleed, but going by Velocity's last attempts to try and do anything on mid, this might also go the same way. Eskimo, though, is going to go straight in for the choke, meet Ixie, who does create it to the damage. Eskimo just going behind as soon as Velocity go in. This is going to be the part where they make them start to make decisions. They decide to go all the way back, so this time wasted. Ooh, rising craters. Wap, wap, wap.
Yeah, I think this is, unless they can get a really like pristine coast to coast here, this is going to be GG. They'd like Velocity would have to just go straight from last to last here and then roll the next round.
Yeah.
Sunshine's a pretty large map to get across. Yeah, the Honey's just ubering out here. Well, they know they have the advantage.
This is probably the conviction that they needed for the rest of the game, but decided to do it when the game's pretty much out of reach. They are going to retake second. Eskimo once again is still behind in the lobby of Velocity Esports, and the Uber is now in the bus crew's possession as they make their way forward. And it looks like they're actually bleeding a couple of players with Eskimo and Deox both going down. Honey Badger tries to dodge as much as he can, but he does get cleaned up by Alba. And there's just going to be 3 people left alive, and it's going to be 5 alive for the team of the bus crew as they go aggressive. Alba does take out News, and he's going to start playing for his life as well. Oh, Yon with the premature GG in chat, and Eskimo.
I think that's more just a sign that we have truly entered trash time now.
That's the most exciting thing that's happened this game.
Yep. That's really sad that that is pretty much true.
I can imagine that the handshakes post-game are going to be tense and awkward.
Oh, Spud narrowly avoiding an air shot from Poison there. That would have probably been the most exciting thing.
Yep, Spud. I mean, this is the... I don't know. No one on Velocity are responding to these premature GG calls as Poison joins in as well. This might just be a consolation round for Velocity as they do get it.
Yeah.
Can you cap it in 40 seconds?
I don't think you can cap any map in 40 seconds.
Viaduct.
I was thinking that,
Ah!
but to actually win a round though, it's still take
And everybody
3
on
minutes.
Velocity just leave. As soon as they cap it, they just quit out.
You know what they did? Everyone GG'd.
At the same time.
1, 2, 3. Oh wait, who didn't?
Who
Honey
didn't?
Badger.
Honey!
He's not left the server. He's not left the
We'll
server.
give him a moment.
He's got 15 seconds so the game ends.
If this guy does not GG, he's not coming on this sofa. He is not welcome. We have to stamp out the toxicity from TF2.
Right, let's see.
3, 2, 1. Silence.
Alba left, Martin left.
Maybe he's going to GG when everyone's left.
Yeah, just so they don't know that he said it or not.
No,
Schrodinger's GG.
Toxic Gamer confirmed.
Yep. No, he's just AFK.
Britishness. All right, so we're actually closing thoughts.
Resident Sleeper.
Agreed. And we are going to cut to a brief downtime as we are going to be restarting the stream. So nobody panic. It's completely fine.
Yep.
Do not flip out or anything. And then once we are back, we will hopefully return with the